trophy shrimp right here.
There you go.
You only get them in Washington. This is how you do a pose with them. It's all about the angle. Alright everybody, good morning and welcome to another episode of Addicted Life. Today we got a tasty treat for you. We're out here with our boy Brandon Traegar doing something pretty special, something I've never done.
We're gonna do some prawn today, man.
We're gonna go prawning.
Awesome. We're gonna go prawning.
Shrimp and boat captain.
Shrimp boat captain today.
Well, I only got one question, is that are we crazy or just plain stupid?
We're a little crazy. It gets a little crazy out here.
Mama says stupid is as stupid does.
She does.
We're gonna go out and have some fun. We're gonna show you guys how we're actually gonna do this, how we're gonna catch some shrimp, and I'm excited. I've eaten these things a lot, but never actually got to pull them up myself and watch them flop around. So
they're little feisty guys at first.
So
stay away from the sharp end.
Okay. Well, hopefully we learn the hard way.
Yeah.
See some blood today.
Somebody's gonna prick their finger.
If you guys are new to this is Addicted Life. We're addicted fishing. We do educational, inspirational, and just plain fun stuff like we're doing today.
Oh yeah.
If you guys haven't already, hit that little subscribe button below, hit that thumbs up, and stay with us today. We're gonna go have a lot of fun and get some tasty treats.
Heck yeah.
Brandon actually is the head of an organization called The Fallen Outdoors, which is a Washington-based company, but
we're nationwide.
And so it's all about veterans, correct?
Correct. So we have some veterans on the boat today. We have Sam Davis, Navy, Owen, Army, and Dion's a big sponsor of ours. We'd like to think that he's part of our group.
Yeah.
And then over here on this boat we got Chris. He's an Air Force vet. We got Ty and two of his soldiers that work with him on JBLM. And then we have a fourth boat. We got Dan Pond over there and Eric Bakken. So we kind of create our own little shrimp boat fleet.
Yeah.
So
it's more shooting coming up on 4th of July here.
Yeah. Well, this is all for our 4th of July party.
Yeah.
So we hope to get everybody limited out so we have plenty of shrimp to eat. So let's talk about the bait. So open it up and it's pretty much the most disgusting thing you'll ever see. It's yeah.
Oh,
it's
nice.
Horrid. It's horrid. But it catches shrimp, and that's what's important. And he did not give us a spoon, so somebody gets to put a pair of black gloves on and just. Oh, Owen! Oh no, you.
My son knows good.
Oh God!
It's him.
All right, just drop it in.
Yeah.
Where's my cat? All right, so we're getting the pots ready. It's almost 9 o'clock. It's almost go time. The fleet's starting to show up, but we're going 1 tube of the special bait out of the box, and then we got our can of the crustacean sensation going in. We've been going around marking, trying to find where these shrimp are on the depth finder, marking the spots, and we got a fleet of 3 or 4 boats out here, so we're actually finding these little spots, and once we start dropping them, we'll let them soak and then start working off of each other. Maybe grab the binoculars and see who's catching the most shrimp, start moving to those spots. And it's a 20 shrimp per person limit, right?
80.
Wow, that sounds like a meal.
It is.
Drop a spot. So we're 2.
All right, let that line out. Rip it. Rip that line out. There you go.
Up.
Tangled. That'll come out. That'll buff out. There you go. Now you got it. Sam's the brake. You're the propulsion. He's the untangler. Just save that one.
So throw the buoy over.
Throw it. Awesome. First one in. Took us 2 minutes, guys. That's a really good line set. That's rock star record. So we're gonna drop about 400 feet of line per pot. That's what we like to do because we're in about 250 to 300 feet of water. That way we don't lose pots. They do get lost, unfortunately, sometimes. So we lost one last time we were out here. But we're gonna let them set for about an hour. So what we'll do is we'll kind of go out away from the pots and just kind of hang out in the deeper water and smoke a cigar or drink some sodas or whatever we want to do, eat a little snack. And then about 10 o'clock, we'll come back in and start checking these real quick. So they only give you a 4-hour block of time to actually do the shrimping. So you kind of got to be quick on it. Here you go. I got an extra clip. So always have enough D-rings. Can't go. Another pot right up there. Underneath that pot. Here's set. Let's get out of the crazy here. What I call the crazy.
Let's see, what was our 12 minutes?
Well, that's insane.
Woo! Oh, Lord almighty, look at all them pots.
Did I not tell you? Look at this. Look at this. That's it. We're gonna pull our first pot here. Yeah, and see what we got. So Dion's gonna be our gaff man. He'll gaff it up, take the buoy off.
Yeah.
Okay, Sam will be the directional. All right, turn it on. You're good. Okay. We're about 100 feet down. We're getting excited. Hopefully we'll see some color here in a few minutes. All right, we're almost here.
Oh, look at it.
Grab. Got color. All right.
All right,
Look at all that.
That's a good pull, guys. We're gonna go back in there.
Oh,
All
yeah.
right, so.
Look at them.
So you're gonna undo this little latch right here, and you'll just pour them out.
We go in the live well back there or what?
You'll sort them back.
There they are, everybody. Nature's bounty. Goodness gracious.
And they're sharp. The nose. Good.
8, 9, 30, 11, 12, 13. 13, all right. Not a bad first pull.
93.
Like our first pull, we caught a limit, so that's good. So I mean, they're not all gonna be that good, but we hope.
Like
Oh, it's good pull.
Yeah. Oh, I like the grunt.
Oh, we lost one there at the boat. That's all right.
That's where we'll find the shrimp, my boy.
56,
70,
960.
75. 5 more.
got a lot.
Nice.
Good pull.
Like it. Gonna be eating good tonight, boys.
64.
Pull another limit here.
Wait, don't drop it.
One more limit. We got
24.
65 total.
64 plus that had 50, so it's at 94.
Woo! What a pull.
Wiggle, wiggle.
After we're done. Here we go, color.
Okay, slack.
Give him slack, give him slack. That's the bad thing is it does peter out. Oh, let it get in the boat! Come on, yeah, get in the boat!
Look at that.
That's a shrimp boat!
That might be the best one.
That's a haul right there. That's a fat ball. This ain't a bad ball.
Look at that one, everybody. That's a king shrimp. King daddy. Whoa, he's coming at you. That was an 80 right there.
In that one.
Yeah,
Plus
that
we
was
filled the other bag.
105.
105.
Yeah, baby.
There we go.
Wow.
105.
All right, we're wrapping it up. We got 35 more to go. We got the pot I just dropped, which now I'm not having as much confidence in.
We'll see in a minute.
It was a little shallower. I wasn't quite paying attention, but we need 35 more. All of our other buddies pretty much almost limited out here. We're gonna have ourselves one big feast when we get home, so you guys stay tuned for that. But we're gonna try to get our last limit. We'll get them all out, get some good pictures, take a thumbnail for you guys. Stay tuned. It's about to get scrumptious.
This is gonna be a big one, I can tell.
It does seem like she's really working.
There's a lot of tension on the line. A lot of tension on the
You're
line.
almost there. You're 50 feet. Get it? No cable, right? No. All right. Well, we ain't gonna get that one. Let's not do that again.
I'll take the blame for that. I threw it.
All right.
I threw it. That was my fault, world. As soon as it came out of my hands, I was like reaching for the rope and there was nothing there.
After you threw it, you're like,
Way!
I can't believe how fast I made it over without
Oh, no,
falling.
put her down quick.
Ah.
Get it? No cable, right? We should limit out here with this last pole. What do we think? Is this going to be our last pot of the day? Might be our last pot of the day. I don't know.
Pink color. Oh, there we go, Dion.
Well, everybody, we did it. The ocean giveth and the ocean taketh today. Donated a pot, but the old ocean gave back what, 400 and some shrimp?
480.
Holy moly!
Not a bad day.
Not a bad day. First time shrimping. Thank you so much, Brandon. And thank you so much, boys. Good team effort. That was awesome. We all smell like shrimp and something else, but it's gonna smell a little bit better once we start cooking these things. So stay tuned, guys. We're gonna go back to the boat ramp, watch
Time
the
for a
zoo.
victory dance.
We'll load up. We're gonna truck it down back south, and we're gonna get to cooking. Everybody, so we made it home, the long journey. We got all our spot prawns in the bag here. Now we're gonna get to cooking them. If you guys liked today's episode, be sure to drop a comment below with what you think of shrimping, what you think of going out in the ocean and having fun with your buddies. And if you guys like to go out and do stuff like this too. We're gonna get to cooking here. If you guys wanna see more cooking stuff, again, drop a comment below. Give this video a thumbs up so we can get it out there to everybody. I'm gonna show you one of my very favorite ways that I like to cook these over an open fire. So I'm gonna take you in there, I'm gonna put the chest cam on. We're gonna start getting these things seasoned up, marinate them for a little bit, go back in the backyard and start a little fire and get to cooking some delicious little morsels. Okay, so first and foremost, the very first thing we're gonna wanna do with our shrimp here is give them a nice rinsing. So these things have been on the bottom of the ocean, they live in the big mud flats and stuff. And of course, you guys saw that nasty bait we were using that was bouncing around inside that cage and stuff. And so we wanna get these things nice and cleaned off. And one thing that's important though, because we're gonna be cooking these over the fire, is to leave the shells on. Because what'll happen is if you de-shell these things and you actually take that exoskeleton off and try to cook them over the fire like that, all that nice tasty meat is gonna stick to your grate or your grill or whatever you're gonna be using to actually cook these things. So I'm gonna toss these in here, toss them around. And I'd say about a good serving size for each person is about 10 of these little bad boys. But I'm gonna go through, kind of individually rinse each one of these things off, make sure all those guts and that mud is off of there, get some of that shrimp poo out of there. Then I'm just gonna start tossing them into my little Ziploc baggie here. So I'm gonna individually clean one at a time, make sure they're nice and pretty and fresh. No mud or guts or bait on them anymore. And then I'm gonna get them seasoned up in this bag. I'm gonna show you guys how we wanna prepare them for the grill. Okay, everybody, so now that I got these bad boys all cleaned up and in my Ziploc bag, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start to season them up. And a good way to do this is really to kind of let these marinate for a couple hours so that this seasoning and the olive oil that I'm gonna put on it can actually soak through that shell and actually get into that meat a little bit. If you season them up right away and try to throw them on the grill right away, it can kind of, you know, dole down the flavor. The shrimp are awesome to begin with, but you want that flavor to soak in. So what I'm gonna do is probably use just about a teaspoon or so of olive oil, and that's gonna help a lot of that seasoning kind of seep through and stick to that shell and get into that meat. But you don't wanna use too much or else it'll kind of make a mess. So I'm gonna add about a teaspoon of that, shake it around a little bit here. Get that nice and tossed together, get those covered in that olive oil. And then I'm gonna go pretty light on my seasonings. You don't wanna go too heavy and ruin the flavor of these spot prawns, because man, they are just so tasty by themselves even. But I'm gonna add a couple of my favorite flavors to this. What I got here is some garlic, herb, black pepper, and sea salt. A light on the salt. I'm gonna go a little bit of old school Johnny's here, just a shake or two in there, just like so. And because I'm a garlic fiend, I'm gonna go with a little bit more garlic powder in here, just like that. And then what I have here is just basically kind of like a Montreal. It's a beef rub from a good friend of mine in Gresham, Oregon. He has a little meat shop there. Some basically a Montreal style beef rub flavor. So I got that. You guys can see it's not too heavily salted, not too heavily seasoned. What I'm gonna do now, close that bag, give her a little toss. There they are, you guys. Let's go outside and get our fire started. Get some good kindling going here. Some nice dry pieces of wood. Maybe add a little alder wood to this when we start to actually cook. That way we get some of that alder flavor. Okay, that should be good. Let's get it stacked on our paper here. Got our fire started here. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take my little grill thing here that I picked up, and we're gonna get these bad boys ready for the fire. And what I'm gonna do here is I'm just gonna open this bag. I'm gonna toss these bad boys right on here, and I'm just gonna spread them out evenly, just like so. That way nothing's getting cooked more than the other. Try to keep them all kind of towards the center of this grate here, just like that. Oh, we got one slipping through. He wants to go back to the ocean. I'm gonna slide that little thing up there. Now let's go check on my fire. All right, now I got my Alpine Cuisine little grate here ready to go. Added a little extra seasoning. And the main key to cooking these things over the fire is to not have a big open flame. So what'll happen is that flame will start reaching up and it'll start charring and burning basically the outside of that shrimp before the inside's even cooked. So I got me a couple little cement deals here that I've posted up. Got a nice warm fire going here. A little bit of a flame going still, but not too much. And I'm gonna set that thing over there and watch her cook. All right, so these bad boys have been on here cooking for about 10 minutes on this one side. And a good way to tell that they're getting close to done is gonna be the color change in these. So you can see it kind of has that light color, that light red color on this side. I'm gonna flip these things over and you'll see the difference in that color. That's almost, you almost wanna go for that, you know, we won't call it golden brown, we'll call it golden red. These shrimp don't really, I think you can even eat them raw if you really wanted to, if you were into that kind of thing. But you don't want to overcook them again because you're gonna start wasting some of that meat when it starts to burn. So once you see that one side start to get that good red color to it, you're gonna flip it over, start cooking that other side, and we should be eating here shortly. All right, well, it's chow time, everybody. Moved them down just a little bit closer to get that final little char, but you can see what I mean by how they kind of get that little bit of white stuff going there. Got a little bit of crisp, still nice and juicy. Let's take them inside and get them shelled. All right, here we go, everybody. The moment we've all been waiting for. And get these things out of here. Shake them down into my plate here without making too big a mess. So I'm gonna take my little paring knife that I got here. I'm gonna take this bad boy, I'm gonna rip that little tail off. Ooh. What I like to do is I like to run that little paring knife, or even a fork works pretty good for this. I'm gonna run it right down that back there. Split that shell open just like that. And what that does is it opens the shell, one, but two, it goes right down the back of that vein there, where you can see normally you'd want to get that, all that, you know, shrimp poop and all that mud and all that stuff that he'd been eating on out of there. Pull that thing out and enjoy. All right, everybody. Well, me and Sean Ziller are gonna get to scarfing down here. Thank you so much for tuning in today, you guys. First and foremost, before we leave you guys today, I wanna say a huge thanks to Brandon Traegar and the Fallen Outdoors. If any of you vets out there wanna get out in the outdoors, they're a nationwide company. Check them out. We'll put a link in the description below. The Fallen Outdoors. They love to help vets out all over the country, and we love to get out there and help them out too. So reach out to them if you guys wanna go experience the outdoors, or you know a vet that needs to get out there and have some fun. Thank you so much for tuning in today, you guys. If you haven't already, subscribe down here below, hit that little bell notification, and stay tuned every week for all these awesome videos we have coming out. It's time to eat.